Hello, welcome at the 57th Pan-European Conference on Digital Education. My name is Blanca Tatzer. Today I will be your host. Maybe some of you are already in the Christmas mood, preparing everything for celebrations with your families, parents, with children, students, but nevertheless you decided to come to the conference and welcome here. Today we will have 4 presentations. So we will start with the first one. Edita Gabrič Zager from Slovenia will present actually her experience from a corporate company, Hisense Europe, because she has an experience with the e-learning in their company. So I think it will be very interesting to see how they are using and utilizing the power of e-learning. Then we will have digital apps and artificial intelligence for primary school activities. Ioana, Alexandra will do that. And continue, that's actually not a presentation, but our member from our institute, Monica Lignar, will come and introduce you the new membership option we are having for the next year in 2025. We will continue then with Green School and Flowers. This is one Scientix project delivered by Hatice Yavuzyılmaz from Turkey. And the last presentation of today will be from kindergarten settings, so STEAM education in public kindergarten. Once again, we will cover from kindergartens to adult education target groups. Okay, so now I will just present you the presenters. So far, Edita, welcome. Can you maybe just say a few words about you? And we will hear you if you turn your microphone on.
True. Thank you, Blanca, for this introduction, and welcome everybody. My name is Edita Gabrič Zager. I come from Hisense Europe. I'm a product trainings manager for the Europe region in our company. And basically, I wanted to participate in this presentation just to give also something back. I'm not from the educational institution and educational background as a teacher, but in any way, we are all teachers also in the corporate world. And since I did already being part of some of your Pan-European conference as a listener, I thought it's good that I give also something back to you. So I hope that you will find it useful also how we are approaching the learning and the learning management system in the corporate world.
You are warmly welcome, because I think this is very beneficial that we learn from each other, because as you said, teachers are teachers everywhere. So you just have different target group, but you still are an educator. So thank you. And then Hatice, welcome. Can you say maybe just one sentence about yourself?
Thank you for your invitation, this amazing meeting. My name is Hatice Yavuzyılmaz. I'm a primary school teacher from Istanbul, Turkey. I have been doing a twinning project since 2018. I have been a mentor in since 2018, I'm mentoring in e-twinning projects. I want to say thank you again for this opportunity.
Welcome,
It's
welcome
okay.
on the
Thank
stage. It's different than being as a listener, right? Okay, and here we have Ioana Alexandra from Romania. I see you already have a tree and you are covered in red color. So this is something connected with Christmas, right? But
Yes.
tell us a
Hello,
little bit
everyone.
about yourself.
It's hello everyone. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I'm glad to be with you this evening. I'm a primary teacher in a public school in Romania. Uh, I am preparing for our class Christmas celebration this evening, so I don't have so much time to stay with you this evening, but it's okay. About digitality, I was captivated in pandemic when we were in pandemic because then I learned a lot of things, a lot of applications, a lot of websites with about digitality, and in 2022, I think I was in a K1 Erasmus project in Amsterdam. Also, last year I wrote for twinning projects, and we got European labels. And I think this evening will be great with you.
Thank you very, very much. Okay, yeah, let's start. The first presentation will be by Edita. So welcome again. Just a second, I will also share your presentation. In the meanwhile, I can mention that the certificate of attendance link is in the video description. So if you want to have a certificate of attendance in this conference, you just click on the link, which is in the video description, put your exact name, surname, and of course, exact email address so that the application can send you the certificate into your inbox. So now we will listen about the power of e-learning in a corporate Hisense.
Thank you once again. Thank you for this introduction and thank you for having me at your conference. Just a bit more about background maybe. So I'm the product trainings manager for Europe, organizing trainings for different product groups. But I'm already, I think, 20 years in organizing trainings, workshops, public speaking, and as well as critical thinking development through the debate. So it's my honor to be here today and to talk about a specific topic, which is maximizing knowledge retention in the digital age and the power of e-learning. I'm sure in educational institutions, this quotation that you see on your screen makes not so much sense since your, your audience is there to learn, is there to find out something new. However, in corporate environment, it needs to be pointed out. It needs to be emphasized so that gaining knowledge and understanding does not drain energy or creativity, but instead fuels inspiration, curiosity, and enthusiasm for further development. So learning never exhausts the mind, it only ignites it. But yeah, and I think in the corporate world, we need to do a bit more even emphasis on that since the focus is always somewhere else. But okay, let's go to the agenda itself. So I'm shortly going to give an introduction about our company so that you can understand the scope of our work, and then give you the go-to understanding knowledge retention, give you some general insights on our learning management system, and then ending with overcoming challenges in digital learning. And of course, I will be here also for your Q&As. But let's go to go further on. So about the company, maybe some of you know us because of the Hisense televisions. We are #2 in Hisense TV global in global shipments in 2023. Samsung was number 1, but of course our goal is to go even higher, and we are increasing year by year, especially in last 3 years in Europe. We are number 1 in 100-inch TVs, and of course we are the pioneer of laser technology and laser products. For Hisense Europe, I'm here in Velenje in Slovenia, where there is a headquarter for Hisense in Europe. So here we have different R&D centers, and we have also production and factory. Maybe more important for you is this Hisense Europe brand portfolio. So the brands that we represent, just maybe if you have it in your kitchen, or if you will see it in the future, just that you will remember also this discussion. Product groups, just to mention, so that you know what kind of learning I need to prepare, or what kind of learning I support in our organization. So we having B2C product groups like TV, cooking, cooling, laundry, dishwashing, air conditioning, and small domestic appliances. So basically we want to be the full assortment household provider. Okay, but going to knowledge retention itself, so what works and why do I even go into this topic? Because when preparing materials, when doing different preparation, I always have to have in mind, so how much knowledge actually our users are going to retain. And just to understand, so the scope as well, so this is our Europe presence. In Europe, we have 27 business units. We have 3 production centers, we have 4 R&D centers, and we make materials for the subsidiary units so that they have product information about different product groups and brands, of course, Hisense, Gorenje, Asko, Atak, and the ones that you saw before. That's why we go back to basics. So we begin with the, like we do the customer journey, we do the learning journey. So we start with the learning pyramid. This is a model that illustrates the effectiveness of different teaching and learning methods in terms of information retention. The model itself, it's quite old. It's from 1960s, from the National Training Laboratories Institute, but I think it really comes handy nowadays as well. So as you can see, in the passive methods are on the top, and active methods are on the bottom. And what we try to do is, of course, incorporate as much as active methods as possible. So incorporating videos, presenting with other multimedia aids that we enhance, or how to say, that we enhance retention. Then discussion groups are also important, discussing content in groups, because it encourages participation, critical thinking, and articulation of ideas, which significantly enhances understanding and retention. And of course, what I see is the top is teaching others how to do it, or teaching others about our products. When we talk about the corporate world in general, you can say that corporate e-learning is on the rise. So it's growing at an average annual rate of 15.5%, which is quite great for the year on year. And you can see that 25 to 60% is the retention rate for e-learning based on the Statista Global Market Insights. So this is really goes into our bucket, basically, because as you can see, compared to retention rate for traditional format, this is quite increasing. Why such a difference? I assume so 25 to 60%, because of course also the e-learning programs can be different. Some can have more emphasis on videos, on production, different materials, on going, from visuals to enhance different arts and to enhance different sensories that we have. Others can be just simply, PowerPoint presentation, maybe a knowledge check, and that's why, of course, it affects also the knowledge retention. So with advancement like mobile learning and AI-driven personalization, these are making digital education increasingly more effective. But of course, we need to go back to the science of knowledge retention of our memories. That's what we ask ourselves as well. We're preparing different training materials. And this is basically one of the oldest, Atkinson shift in memory model that we all know. So that is, it's a fundamental model in the study of memory. So that is dividing memory in sensory, short-term memory, and long-term memory. But the critic says that this model is too linear, so that it does not take into consideration that other, the attributes of attention and other inputs that we have from the environment, especially on the short-term memory. So that's why the working memory model is something that also I try to have in mind when creating training materials. So short-term memory is just one simple storage box that doesn't fit with research nowadays, and it's replaced with the working memory model. In contrast, it highlights the active nature of mental processes and allows for multiple streams of information to be handled simultaneously. So Badley and Hitch show that short-term memory is more like a workspace with specialized parts like a system for sounds and another for images, which work together. And of course, here we have the central executive, which controls attention and coordinates and activates other subsystems. But I'm not going to go with more details of that because I'm not the expert on that. I just want to say that complexity is increasing by the day. So we as in educators also in the corporate world has a duty to make it easier. And that's why we try every day, of course, also in our company. And examples from the markets that maybe now enhance the theory that I just present is that we include quite a lot of quizzes in between demonstration. Here is the example from Ukraine, where we have not just, that boring, this is a quiz, this answer. You see, you have images. You have also avatar of the trainer in Ukraine, so that it makes all the experience more engaging, more, UX friendly, so user experience more friendly, so that people are more engaged to follow up. We do the demonstration, as you see, not saying only that our refrigerators are of great quality, but we also put there a draw out of the refrigerator and just show it, that they can keep a lot of weight. The second example I wanted to show is from France, where they do different trainings as well. But specifically, the latest one is here on the top right, where our product trainer in France basically dressed up in Chaplin and tried to present the evolution of television to the laser TV technologies that we are now promoting more and more as well. And with that, of course, grabbing attention and making something interesting. For the UK, we have Hisense UK having this good practice of lots of videos, because short videos to grab attention, demonstration live, of course, in the retailer shops. But of course, now is the question how e-learning supports retention. Micro-learning, then we try to then support this with e-learning in afterwards. So we create micro-learning score models, short digestible chunks of content that we then rehearse of what they learned on offline training. Then we use interactive elements, of course, quizzes, and we, of course, encourage feedback so that we constantly also grow ourselves. And as I mentioned, feedback, I would really, really, really write your feedback right now. So maybe if you can take a minute just to scan the QR code attached and give me a short feedback on what is your experience with e-learning and of the retention of knowledge. I will give you 30 seconds just to scan the code and reply, but afterwards I will put it also in the box.
Do you also see it? Maybe have a link? Yes, we see the QR code. Do you also maybe have a link, because not all of the teachers can scan the code, because some of them are on the mobile phone already. So if you maybe provide a link,
I will afterwards. Yeah, I will afterwards provide the link as well. Okay, so that we can share also in the chat box.
Yeah.
Okay, so because that is only my interaction, because I believe in Seneca quote that says hominus dum docent discunt, so everybody who teaches learn, and in this case I want to learn something new from you. But I will continue and put you a link in the chat box. Okay, but moving to the general insights of our learning management system. So before I came to the company, we had the Moodle system, which I'm sure in educational institution you probably know it. Quite a lot of use it, and it's for free. But then we went to the buying version. So we are partnering with Docebo, that is platform provider. There's like 150 platform providers in Europe alone, which gave us just the software, and then we built on the Learn and Share system. We actually had an interesting price promotion within the company for the name, and one colleague nicely said Learn and Share, so because learning and sharing, and I really accepted that because it sounds really good. So we try to then go to from the offline trainings, we go to e-learning, where we enhance the learning, and we have this portal not only for internal learning, so for us teaching, or how to say, sharing knowledge to our subsidiary units, but we have it also in external usage. So that subsidiary units abroad, we have it now, as you see on the screen, in 12 units, localized in their own language, and they do their own materials. And then they are sharing the information with promoters and retail shops and staff. Some numbers, I'm not going to talk much about them, but I can say, you see, this is our gamification is also one of our tools to use to increase the usage. But we have 83% of e-learning courses, the rest of this webinar in the system. And we have 77% admin and role courses. And the interesting information I had recently when I went to yearly overview of our platform is that we have the biggest completion rate in those courses that people self-enrolled, which at the end of the day, it tells something interesting as well. But yeah, so these are some of the information. Maybe just some photo screenshots that I made for you so that you can see how of that information that I show you when presenting our company of the product groups, that we had in the beginning quite a lot of, you know, how to designly put that into place, how to make it nice, how that people will find their, you know, their content that they're looking for. And I have to say now, this version, we did it a bit better, but in 3 years that we have the platform, we have designly changed it 2 times. And I think next year we will do it once more, because I have also a designer in the team, and we are constantly looking for new ways how to enhance this knowledge retention. Okay, but last but not least is overcoming the challenges. Speaking to everybody else, I think in e-learning, we have quite a lot the same challenges. So lack of engagement, passive content delivery, where people are expecting that they will deliver really boring content and then have immediately amazing output, which does not work in that way. Limited feedback and technology barriers sometimes as well. But how we overcome these challenges at Hisense Europe. So the solution for overcoming challenges is basically, we do a lot of gamification, interactive content, real-life simulation and case studies. We do micro-learning models that are really short chunks of more learning materials, virtual mentorship and coaching. And basically, for me, it's quite important also mobile compatibility for better accessibility in the stores, in the traveling, etc. Maybe what we didn't need to do more is community building, so that we have like a social learning that people learn between each other, which is quite a task, and I'm still working on it. But yeah, we are doing our best, let's say like that. So yeah, my time ran out. I would just like to finish with the great aim, with the quote that says, "The great aim of education is not knowledge, but action." And I hope that really also my sharing gave you some of the ideas for your working environment and how you can enhance knowledge retention and e-learning. And let me just finish with my favorite quote. It's basically my motto: let's make learning fun. Stay in touch. Anybody, if you want, you can also link me in the LinkedIn profile.
Thank you very much for this passionate presentation. And I think I can say on behalf of all the almost 200 participants that are today with us, is that you are not just doing your best, but you are doing really excellent. And congratulations. And we have one question for you. And that is, well, yes, it looks really, really amazing, but I have to know, how much time do you devote to design one, let's say, course? Because it looks so professional, and I cannot imagine how much time do you devote.
Actually, we use software. I always say, use the software. This time is such a nice software available. So for the micro courses, we use Articulate, which is a software provider that makes SCORM courses, so that they look nicer. We put Knowledge Check, and all this provider, Articulate is just one of them, have also now AI. So now it's much more easier when you do, you know, like you build a course and then you ask them to give you a knowledge checks in between.
And how about the micro learning? I mean, yeah, that's also, I mean, a huge trend now in education. In your case, how do you define this digestible chunk? What's that? Is that a 10-minute video, or do you have?
That's been always lower. That's been always, you know, also in our world, the retention goes down. So if we are talking about the presentation, 20 minutes max, and then you need to swap, or we talk even lower now, 10 minutes max, that you need to swap to something else, that you don't just present, but maybe then show something and then go back to presentation. So in learning in videos, we do lower and lower. We had 10 minutes videos, now we have 4 minutes videos. And now I'm preparing some short product novel videos, which I said, 2 minutes, give me 2 minutes, give me the point. And then you give the link to learn more. And then anybody, it depends how engaging the first presenter is that goes further on. But we make that together, you make text, you make video, you make text, you make video, you make knowledge check in between. So it constantly, the brain are working.
And is this only about time, or do you also have some guidelines about how many information to give in order to still have this digestible chunk?
Well, that's how the brains work, 3, 5, 7. I would go the same. It goes to it goes the same in the corporate world. So, and then maybe give another model where sharing other information, enhance it with some checks in between, and yeah.
Thank you. It's really amazing. Thank you for your knowledge, and happy Christmas to you.
Happy Christmas to everybody and New Year.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. Let's move on, Ioana, Alexandra, because you have a Christmas celebration. We need you now and to share your knowledge with us, and then run to your parents and children, right? So we have.
Thank you. Congratulations, Edita. Your presentation was very, very good. What about my presentation is digital apps and IE in primary school activities. I'm a little bit new in using AI, but I like the websites and the applications about AI very much because they are useful in my activities. So this presentation explores the transformative impact of digital apps and their artificial intelligence in primary school activities, highlighting the opportunities and challenges they present for the future of education. Okay. So you can see my my presentation.
We see your presentation. We see the first slide now.
Okay.
So if you want to move, then we need to move somehow.
Just click on it.
Now it disappeared.
I will hang on. Okay, I will present my screenshot. Okay.
Okay. So let's wait for the screen sharing option, which is here.
Okay. It's okay now?
Yeah. It's we see. Yeah, the power of technology in education. That's
so
the
power of
second
technology
slide.
is in education. On one hand, it enhances engagement. Digital apps and AI can engage students with interactive learning experiences, making learning more enjoyable and effective. And on other hand, it personalized learning. AI can personalize learning based on individual student needs and learning styles, providing tailored instruction and support. Also, it enhancing learning experiences. We can use AI in interactive games, in virtual field trips, or in 3D simulations. Educational games provide a fun and engaging way to learn new concepts and practice skills. Virtual field trips allow students to explore locations around the world from the classroom, fostering curiosity and wonder. And 3D simulations help students visualize complex concepts and practice real-world scenarios in a safe and interactive environment. What about AI-powered personalized learning? It is an adaptive learning, and it consists in progress tracking. Okay, interactive educational games. So we can use AI in games, and nowadays children are they use very much AI in their games. They can develop their own games and for fun learning. Games make learning fun and engaging, encouraging students to actively participate and build skills, and also skill development. Games are designed to help students develop key skills like problem solving, critical thinking, and creativity. And also collaborative learning platforms. We use online collaboration also between students and teachers. And virtual classrooms, we use virtual classrooms to providing a space for students to interact with their peers and teachers, even when they are not physically present. Virtual field trips and 3D simulation. We can have an immersive experiences or realistic simulations. So the AI is useful for these virtual field trips. And about streamlining administration with AI, time savings, and data-driven insights. AI can automate tasks like grading and attendance tracking, freeing up teachers' time for more meaningful interactions with students. And also AI can analyze the data to identify student needs and trends, providing valuable insights for teachers and administrators. What about accessibility and inclusivity? Because nowadays, not all children, not for example, for rural environment, don't have computers at their home, but they can be inclusive in schools. So AI personalized learning can provide individualized support for students with learning disabilities, ensuring they have equal access to quality education. I also have a student in a wheelchair, and she is very included in our activities, even if she can't use the computer like the others, but she also use AI and digital applications in her activities. What about adaptive tools? Digital tools can be adapted to meet the needs of students with visual or hearing impairments, promoting inclusivity. And universal access, digital tools are accessible from anywhere with an internet connection, breaking down barriers to education for all students. So embracing the digital future, we can embrace the transformative potential of digital apps and AI. In primary schools can equip students with the skills they need to thrive in the 21st century. I think all the Erasmus and e-twinning projects, they are implied in improve their digital skills, and it's very useful for them to work with AI and digital. Okay, this was my presentation, and I'm sorry that I was I don't have so much time, but I thank you for you include me in this presentation this evening.
Thank
Okay.
you very much. Can you maybe just share with us how often do you use different digital tools in your teaching practice? Is this like on daily basis, or I don't know?
Edita asked us because I was able to read that QR code by phone, and there was a question about this. How often I use the
Yeah.
applications, and I can say daily because in our school it's in an urban it's a city school. Our school is located in a city, and all the classes in all the classes we have digital boards, and
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and we can use digital applications live in our class with our students daily.
Mm-hmm. And are students at your schools allowed to have mobile phones, for instance, so that you can do something with on, or they have just the devices that you provide in school?
Yeah, we don't allow them to use mobile phones in our school. But if we have an activity which
Yeah.
we have something digital to do, they can use. But my students are very little. They are 7, 8 years old. They are in the first grade at school, so they don't have, not
Yeah, yeah,
all
yeah.
have mobile phones. That so I use my digital tools at home and bring them at school. I create for them some digital tools and bring them in their front of school at school, and they are very amazed, and they like a lot to play or learning by playing because
Yes.
yes, because this is like a play for them, but in the same time they learn a lot of things using that
Yeah. You
application.
design that in that way, yeah. So very, very good. So thank you
Yeah,
very
and
much.
as I told you, I learned a lot of applications, and I was like a little kid trying all of these applications. I think they were before pandemic, but in pandemic, the online school and everything bring us together to learn more and more and more about digitality. So I
We
learned a
were
lot.
all forced to that, right? Thanks to pandemic. Actually, even this conference started in the first month of pandemic, and now we are still here. Congratulations on your work, and have good celebration now
Thank
with
you. We are here.
your parents.
Thank you so much. I will
Bye
stay
bye.
with you more, but when my kids will come, I have to go.
Sure, sure, sure. Okay, and since we are speaking about the history of Pan-European Conference, I have to greet here Monica because she was one of the she was in our team when we started, and I can imagine you still remember how we brainstorm, of course, on Zoom because we were in the lockdown period already, and then we came up with the idea how to help teachers to actually to move forward because all the schools were closed down, and not all of the teachers were really skilled about different digital tools. So therefore we said, okay, we have to help, of course, and the best way to help is to gain them, the time when they can present their best practice. So that was more than 4 years ago now, right?
Yeah, I was just thinking that it's actually this year will be 5 year anniversary of Pan-European
Yeah,
conferences, so it fits
exactly.
nice also with our new services and products that we are planning to develop in 2025, which we'll also present today.
Yes, actually, that was introduction to that because of course Pan-European Conference on Digital Education is free of charge, and it will
Mhm.
be free of charge also in the next year. Also, the certificates of attendance are always free of charge because we really want this service to be accessible as much as possible for free and in many countries. But still, we are so we are having teachers who would like to do more, and that's why you prepared something for us today to share, right?
That's true. So we were talking to different teachers, and they said that they would like to develop even more, that they would like to have more of webinars, more of some practical activities they can do with their students, with their learners, and of course, not only teachers, also trainers, also other educators. We listened to the first presentation of an educator from an private organization. So learning is important everywhere. That's why we were thinking about how we can support educators, because we all know that being an educator isn't only about teaching about your subject, it's also about learning and teaching about social skills, about different perspectives that are very important in the 21st century. This conference, for example, is on digital competencies, so not only teaching maths, teaching science, but also teaching for life and for other skills that are important. So, since we are all working on the teacher development. Blanca, me, and also our team in STEP and Primera are all trainers and also project managers. We were thinking about how to pass our knowledge further on, and also how to make a community of educators where they can also collaborate, find some different international opportunities for cooperation, how they can increase their knowledge and raise their soft skills. So we came up with the idea that in 2025 we will begin with our membership program. So Primera will have also, aside from pan-European conferences and everything we are doing already, also opportunity for those educators that want to learn more. So, for a small amount of money, we will offer additional webinars, additional networking events where they can discuss international cooperation, also some monthly contents on how they can develop their teaching and education skills. So there are lots of products to come, and we are really looking forward to launching this membership in 2025.
Yes, and can you tell us a little bit more about the work books that are
Mhm.
in the
Mhm.
package?
Yeah. So in the package, we are aiming to develop workbooks that will be posted on our web page, which will be available for the members, where teachers can go there and download the workbook, and they will there find some practical activities and some very easy to digest content about specific topics such as growth mindset, providing feedbacks to students, raising their motivation with different icebreaker activities, maybe coaching questions, some practical methods they can easily use in their work. So we'll prepare each month this workbook, which can then be downloaded, and it's a self-guided learning. So you can do it every time you would like. It doesn't have to be done at the very day that is posted, but there will be all the materials available on the website. Every 10th day in the month will be the published day of this workbook, and then educators can go there, download the workbook, and they can learn about either growth mindset topics or different topics that will also be presented at the calendar. So you will see when the campaign launches, you will see the topics that will be planned for 2025, and you can see if these topics are intriguing for you and if you would like to learn about them.
Can you maybe give us some examples of the
Mhm.
topics?
Mhm. So, for example, the topic in January will be icebreaker and some energizers that you can easily implement in the classroom or in the online environment to raise the motivation of the learners. So that it will be, for example, the workbook in January. Then in February, when we're also planning to do the webinar for our members, the content will be about asking some powerful questions connected with coaching strategies. So, how can you use these coaching questions as a teacher, as an educator, to really ask powerful questions to the students? And then, of course, also after February, some different topics will follow. But those are, for example, the examples of the first 2 months of the membership.
Icebreakers can always be, you know, a micro learning and digestible chunk. That's one
Yes,
good thing. And
yeah.
also for coaching questions is good that we are having like somewhere written and hidden and we
Hmm.
can use them all the time then in the classroom. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, we have a question in the comments. How can one
Hmm.
become a member? We haven't speak about that yet.
Yeah. On our webpage, erasmuspluscourses.com, you can already apply for the updates regarding our launch of Primera membership. And when you apply, when the membership is available for sign up, we will send you also an email. But otherwise, you can buy the membership throughout the year through our webpage. Erasmus
Okay.
Plus classes by Primera. Yes.
Exactly.
Maybe I
Yeah.
can share also the link, and Blanca, you can share it maybe further on.
Yeah. I will
We'll make it
post it
read more.
right now.
Yes.
It's already in the comments, so directly to the membership page. Yeah.
Perfect. So you have more information regarding the membership, the prices, and everything also there. Our aim was to make the membership also approachable, and it's not a lot of money for the whole year. So our aim was that it's a price for a book or two for a whole year. So we kept to this price as well with our membership, because
Exactly.
we need to make it accessible for as many people as possible.
Exactly, because nevertheless, under the line, we are always trying to make things accessible.
Yeah.
So thank you, Monica, for today. In the meanwhile, I can share information with you that our last presenter, Alexandra Dicha, just sent me a message that she is having a school inspection, so she will not be able to present today, which she is very sorry, and of course I am very sorry about. But we will move her presentation to January edition. Which leaves us to our Hatice. Hello? And so actually the third presentation and the last presentation for today. The good news is that you can be more, relaxed, because that means that you don't need to stick to exactly 10 minutes, but you can have 15 maybe, which is good. And her presentation will be about the green school. So sustainability is one of our main topics, and we are always glad when we have a presentation about that, because our future is very important, and keep the planet for our children. So Hatice, please share your presentation with us and your knowledge about this Scientix project.
Okay.
Okay. I don't see the presentation yet. No, still not. Here it is.
Okay. Can I start? Okay.
Of course.
Yes. Our project name is Green Schools and Flowers. My partner is in Lithuania, Anna Novikana. She is very perfect English teacher. For many years, we make a training project with her. And these are our project members. And about project, Green School and Flowers, a training project aims to teach Greece children, most of whom live in cities, to protect nature, to make schools greener and more sustainable, to obtain permanent learning at the age when their sense of curiosity increases, to actually use ICT technologies and to use waste materials to create living spaces, ecosystems, and materials. It is a versatile project that aims to achieve many gains, such as interdisciplinary learning throughout the project. With this project, we wanted to be sensitive to global warming, which is becoming more important day by day, to raise awareness, to adapt to the old digitalized world that is introduced in technological innovations, to integrate innovations into education, to learn and teach the entertaining learning environments of the Web2 tools and augmented reality boarding lessons. In this way, we wanted to save time using natural researchers more effectively is the 21st century. We wanted to adapt their skills. We also aim to use the internet safely with students, teachers, and parents, and to learn by having fun, of course, in online environments. Our targets are fulfilling effective learning, making learning fun, having our students reach the knowledge more easily, distracting students from negative effects of suffering, rising individuals who can use Web2 tools efficiently, skills of working in collaboration, rising individuals who can make researchers and investors, developing the students' self-esteem and sense of wonder. Of course, our 21st century skills are creativity and renewal, critical thinking and problem solving, communication and collaboration, information literacy, media literacy, information and communication, technology literacy, flexibility and adaptability, entrepreneurships and self-direction, social and intercultural skills, productivity and responsibility, and leaderships, of course. Working progress. We would take class between January and May, meeting and participating in the and introducing the project, revising the plan with all the participants, sharing the opinions, thoughts, and ideas about the plan and the process, sharing the tasks and responsibilities, choosing a suitable logo and poster for the project by survey, students preparing on a book about a flowery dictionary, alphabetical ebook by Story Jumper, the students' preparations and designing the game and common works, the student introduction for their works by mixed country teams, and working progress. The students introduce for their activities, the students and teachers meeting with each other, and some competitions among the students from different schools with their games and rewarding the winners, and preparing a book including the students' game and student studies about Web2 tools, activities, and make flowery postcards. And the flowery postcards are very beautiful. Evaluation the project. Teacher observe the steps and share some visuals, opinions, and ideas throughout the project. All the partners will work in collaboration, and the activities can create the most desired. About project. This is our common work logo. This our common work because all the partners draw and paint these letters. Then we create our logo. This is our plan, our project plan. This is our parent permit certificate. That is very important for ESEP, you know. And they introduce themselves with Google Doc. And we create our logo banner, school logo banner with class tools, Web2 tools. All schools create their logos, their banners, and at our page. Project partners with Google Map. We use Google Map for this. All of project partners can you see. And one of the most important parts of the project's collaboration and connection with each other, all the partners take a distribution and do it with it. And we create a Web2 tools segment in our project, and teacher can learn and teach their students Web2 tools used in project. And also we create a page, student Web2 tools, and students can teach maths, reads, art, music, puzzle, game, also a lot of tools. And students can introduce themselves and disseminate works or works or activities. We disseminate our works, a twinning Facebook page, Green School and Flowers Facebook page, school Instagram page, school website, and we collect them in a Padlet. This is our Facebook page. and you can our Padlet link. Relation with the curriculum very important for the project. We create a ebook for this event. All the partners can write here their curriculum, and we go on. This is our Star Jumpers link for this. Surveys is very important, of course, projects. The results we received from the first and last student and teacher surveys were very satisfactory. Online meeting chat rooms, students do meeting, teacher did meeting, WhatsApp groups, we create a WhatsApp group, and we create an artificial intelligence webinar, of course, in our project. Schools write when they are meeting in a schedule, Google Tabs. In our artificial intelligence webinar, teachers very important knowledge has got this meeting. In our project, we cooperate with Haliç University regarding artificial intelligence. Professor Orhan Albayrak from the university gave an online seminar to the project partners on artificial intelligence and augmented reality in their integration into their lessons. We give partner certificates for this event. In November, December, we create logos and posters, mixed countries teams. We all together create our logos. And this is a Scientix project. Of course, we did a lot of Scientix STEM activities. One of them, Lenovo's Back to School, turning West into educational wonder competition and campaign. All of partners join this activity at the Scientix portal. And it's very fun activity. This is our Padlet posters, and kids draw, a group draw letter, the other group paint the letter, then we create our project poster. This is a common poster. In January, we create answer gardens, coding activities, and acoustic poems. This is our answer gardens names. The kids can learn flowers names, and you can see our answer gardens. And we also create a lot of coding activities. We create our common code. You can see this, our common work, common code. And the other schools, other partners can use this code and create a lot of coding activities. And we get certificates. This is our acrostic poem. All of partners together create it. February works, ESEP rules, we common work, my follower and green corner for well-being. Eğitmenin annual tema well-being this last year for we also create for green corner for this activity. ESEP common work, you can see our ESEP common work and kids activities. And for well-being corner, our school corner, the kids and partners create creative gardens in our schools, greener corners. March works, we also students also create vertical gardens in corridor or school gardens. you can see. My friend nature, kids kids grow a plant and they observe it. And my music lab, they can make music for well-being. They can feel better. And these are kids, students, plants, and they are very happy to make this activity. Yeah, can you see? We also add our activities for CD STEM Discovery Campaign 24 campaign on the map. All partners make activities and add them on the STEM activity map. This is very good activity also. And this is Google Music Lab. Students create a lot of musics and save them and listen them and felt well-being. And global goals in our April walks. Global goals is very important. 22 April World Day activity and well-being with flowers common ebook. We create an ebook for well-being. In April, our theme was well-being. Global goals. We draw attention to global goals. Each school select a goal and explain it with Genially Web 2 tools. And students draw and paint the pictures. In April, we also create an ebook. You can see our Genially. Each group select a goal and draw it, paint it, and in the Genially create a common work, as you see. And kids activities, you can see. In April, we also create an alphabetical flowers ebook. Alphabetical because it starts A letter to end of Z letter. This is also very good activity for kids, for us. You can see. And then we turn it postcards. Immortalize it, our activities. This is very important to immortalize it our activities. In May also, we make slogans, environmental slogans, and we collect them in a Canva common work. In May also, all partners together create an digital game about flowers names, and kids very fun with playing this game and learn flowers names. All partners add a question and answer. We create a common game with learning up Web 2 tools. And green energy is also learning up. It's kids learn green energies in these activities. And we gave our certificates or partners or students, or we collect all of activities in a Padlet, Outlook Padlet, or common words, or logos, or meetings, or disseminations, or surveys, all of activities in this Padlet, Outlook Padlet. And education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Nelson Mandela's speech. I want to end my speech this. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the presentation of such a complex project with many activities. Yeah, really, really. And what I liked especially in your project was that you actually connect all the activities with your curricula, because that I think is important. Sometimes teachers, when they are thinking whether to go to Erasmus or to eTwinning, they are saying to me, oh, but we are already doing so many things. This is something additional. But I'm trying to say to them, no, this shouldn't be something additional, but it should be actually connected with the curriculum. The only thing you add is the international perspective. And that's, I think, that's a very good example that you showed to us. Yeah. Thank you
Thank you
very
so
much.
much. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
And I hope we will see you again here. So this is actually the last presentation. I would like to remind you about the next conference, which will be in January, the 3rd of January, with again 4 different presentations, and they are already announced in our web page, erasmuspluscourses.com. But you are all very welcome to apply as a presenter as well, as you know that sharing is caring, in the other, let's say that. So now, as the holiday season approaches, I can just wish you all a joyful Christmas filled with warmth, peace, and inspiration. Spend some time with your family. And your dedication to the Pan-European Conference on Digital Education is a gift, actually, a gift that keeps giving. And I am grateful for that more than you might imagine. Thank you for being such a great international learning community. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of you. Goodbye.